Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Dinogacha. Today we're back here, we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. So, let us get into it, shall we? And we will continue where we were, wherever the heck we were. Do, 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 do. Alrighty, so we're making a poem. Let's get to work. Music. Shiny! Sorry, I liked it. Lucky. Doki! Doki! Hop. Pose. Sing. Anime! Kitty! Vibrant. Pure. Poof. Joy. Candy. Dance. Giggle. Spinning. Okay. I chose my random words today. Oh man. I'm the last one here again? Yeah, I decided against the voices. They heard my voice. So, anyway, don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember, that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, all of you. Yeah, it wouldn't. I'm sure happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I never agreed to anything. Okay, fine, maybe I did, so what's your point? I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great! Eh? Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food! You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on! Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori showed me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed, and with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe you should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Dang it, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed something up with Sayori recently? anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little down, Reese. Or a little downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Dino Gadget. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bother her. But this time, when I ask her, she's really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just want to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Hey, are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Dino Gadget. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably should say too much, but Sari talks about you more than anything else, you know? Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it was, but... You're so funny, Dino Gadget. Have you ever thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful? Because that's how she is when she's around you? I said too much. Yes, you spoke too much, Monica! Now, back to your work. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions. So, you should just forget about what I said. Make me. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her, that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. She looks away just so quickly, with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere. She won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone to start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit on the one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax! You didn't even do anything! But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I don't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I've just been feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seemed a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. So sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. And perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Well, yeah, that's kind of the point. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Then I'll get it. The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you know them. Ah, so you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I notice her strange behavior too today. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deep in my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she's searching for something. Why? Don't stop looking at me. Go away. Go back to one of your books. Go to the other side of the room and away from me, you creep. No. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Ah, that's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone! After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Oh yeah! I kinda want to, this is something else that's gonna be on my mind. I want to write it's been a while since I've written one, but I want to write a I think it's called free verse poem, yeah. I want to write a free verse poem. Probably just write it somewhere on my desk or something, and then I could read it to you guys. So then I could actually have my own poem to read, not just theirs. Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Let's go to Monica first. I don't get it. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in the club. Sorry. It was, I had to cut a bit there. It's just Discord was being annoying and I forgot to turn myself to do not disturb while I record this video. So I just had to turn that on real fast and I'm back here. Being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Yeah, you say that and then you pressure me. No. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. And would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take my poem I'm holding in my hands. I like it, I get it. Really? Hey, it's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No! It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There's a lot of poems or stories are out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The lady knows everything, or who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth, the lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. Last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady knows everything, knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life and meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Monica, what have I told you in the past? I will repeat it again and again and again. Stop breaking the fourth wall! Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? Oh yeah, I've had that feeling in the past. I've also had the feeling like I didn't exactly want to share my writing until I finished all of what I was doing. Which is why with my Benny and Ink Machine story, when I was putting it up on Archive of Our Own, I had most of it already done by the time... I think I was writing for Chapter 4 in-game at that point when I started posting it, and that gave me more... or seeing that people actually liked reading it gave me more inspiration to actually continue writing it. And I did finish it somewhere before obviously before I finished posting the full thing. And I finished it long before I finished posting the full thing. But I really did enjoy writing it. It was nice. It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response. Or lukewarm response to something you put so much into. Yeah, I know. That's kind of why you don't tell, or you, some people are too shy to even tell people. You don't want to, you don't want someone to just say, like, it wasn't that good or something. You want someone to appreciate your work. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. I wouldn't say that. I'm still not... Like, I can find people who like writing. I can do that easily. That's fine. That's not always the case. Sometimes it's like your own work that you don't always want to show off to people yet. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Sayori! It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, I wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Natsuki. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. I'm glad that you're happy, Sayori, but it's fine to feel it's good to feel happy for others. But it's fine to feel, some selfish thoughts too, like you want to have or what you want might be like to be happy with them instead or something. So, it's fine to think that way. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good! That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Dinah Gadget. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? Nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright, just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else. Or everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori tearfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Don't leave me like this, Sayori! Come back! Fine, we'll talk to Natsuki. Finally! This one, it's good! I was wondering how long it would take you. You are a very interesting person. Alright. And seriously, don't listen to what anyone else says, especially Yuri. Just keep writing poems like this. That's all you need. Are you sure that's not just what you want? Excuse me? You're talking to a pro, you know. Don't you think you should trust my opinion the most? No. I honestly don't think I should. No, don't make me think this. I guess depends. Aren't you biased toward poems that are more simple and cute? Biased? Of course not! My opinions just happen to be the best! There's only one thing I can still tell. Or can't still tell. Is Natsuki actually self-aware of her spoiled behavior? At this rate, I don't know if I'll ever figure it out. Fair enough. I'm glad that you liked my poem after all. I knew you'd finally understand. Just keep showing me your poems and you'll be a pro before you know it. Anyway, here's the one I wrote. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my wind sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. That was cute. Yeah, I I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome! That's debatable. For me, like, yeah, it's a nice sight and all. I'm not as huge of a fan of it because of the fact that if I stay outside too long, I get heat stroke. So, in short, I'm a vampire. I burn. So, I normally have to take, like, a sun umbrella with me. Anyway, kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decide to write about the beach first, and then came up with the message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Whose poem should I show? Or who should I show my poem to next? I'm showing it to the only person left, Yuri. Decided to try something different today. I guess so. Is that good or bad? Well, neither. I have my preferences, but it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe that most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing, and I have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. What? I'm confused now! For me to become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. Here's the thing, Yuri. You're the best at constructive criticism. That's what you're good at. Sorry. It just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sort of conclusions. Yeah, you're overthinking things. Stop doing that. You keep doing that and I'll throw things at you. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. I have this really nice pillow over here. It's nice and soft and it's throwable. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri, what am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up to you. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay, here. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth... chastically meets the surface. I don't know what chastically means. Under a clear blue sky and an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in. It's one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tides come. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in, or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore, drift forward, and I return to the earth forevermore. Aha, interesting. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the difference in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise she'd want to do something like that. She said it was your idea, so one of you two are lying. Either way, doesn't matter. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It could be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. I'm gonna have to save this, unfortunately. So, I'm sorry, Monica, but I'm gonna have to end this episode here. So, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!